Welcome to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tattooing Network.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Your source for the latest Legion news, opinion, and analysis.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
John Archiquette.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
Matt Turner.
I'm not afraid.
And
My name is Jeff.
You will be.
What's going on, Outriders? John, Jeff, and Matt here from the Casa de Turner.
Casa de Skywalker.
Still in Las Vegas.
It sounds like Skywalker, which is, I feel like, Luke with checkered pants, maybe.
It died in 1997, along
Yeah,
with the swing dancing resurgence and Falling into the Gap.
But Swing Kids.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh, was that what that was? Was that the guys that sound like he ate a block of wood?
You guys are out of my realm.
Ate a block of wood.
You guys are out of my realm.
Those aren't the lyrics?
Yeah.
Were you asleep during the late 90s or the 90s entirely, Jeff?
No, I was in basic training, and I was a young lad in the Air Force, so I didn't have
And
time
they didn't
for all
allow
that.
you to have a personality.
yeah.
then.
You weren't allowed to have ska
Yeah, I
music.
worked
And
12
you-
hours a day and then go home and sleep for 12 hours.
And then you decided after you got out of the Air Force to still not develop a personality. So
Well, I mean, just a small one.
okay.
All right, well, we didn't take a 3-week break to come back and talk about ska music.
Yeah, didn't we?
Matt
though?
did. That's
yeah.
he was doing his
Clearly.
research.
Yes, so sorry we missed last week, but it definitely panned out in our favor because
Yep.
we got so much to talk about now.
Yeah, we kind of had a little insight from the Legion gods that there would be a lot of news dropping this week, and we're like, well, why would we take a week off now when we know we're just going to get scooped on everything else? So we got the top scoop on everything.
I thought we were delaying our podcast because everything was delayed. So we were just gonna.
Oh, yeah.
In honor,
there
in
you
honor
go.
of FFG, we're delaying
Observing
our podcast as
the
well.
delays, yeah. Plus, it's the holidays, and everybody knows that's a free pass to, slack off.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
Although nobody told me at work that we can slack off now, so
Yeah,
it's not
well,
yet.
that's because you're there picking up everybody else's slack while
There we
they
go.
slack off.
You're that one sucker
Yeah,
that gets stuck in the office.
But Star Wars news, we're just, a week and some change
Yeah.
from...
a week
episode-
from when you're hearing this episode.
Yay! I've got my tickets.
I don't have mine yet.
I don't know.
Of course not. You don't get to go see it.
I procrastinate because of who I am as a
Well,
person.
if you find a spot with an opening, I'm going to go see it probably multiple times. So
Okay.
let me know.
Well, Laurel will be in town
good.
that day, so... actually
You're
the day
imagining a
before.
girlfriend that goes to a
Yes.
different school that we've never heard of?
She's from Canada.
Yeah.
She lives in another country, guys.
Guys. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. It's great.
Yeah, so she'll be here, so we'll go watch the final episode together.
Has she seen any other ones?
She's seen all of them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, I
That's
asked her today. I'm like, hey, so Star Wars comes out the day after you get here. Do you want to go see it? She's like, of course I do.
Yeah.
Like, you never have to
Dummy.
ask that.
Jeez.
Just making sure. So yeah, I mean, we're a week away from that, so that's all good news.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
very
excited. Yeah.
I'm going to be heading out to San Diego this weekend for the Prime Championship at Addie's game, so I'm looking forward to that. Got my little list ready to go, all packed up.
What you running?
Empire.
And
You want the and right now?
Dual
Or
ATST.
should we tease it? Come back.
I mean, it's a short list. It's actually so.
That's not how you
this
tease
is-
a list, Matt. You say, you won't believe what's in Matt's list. Coming up next.
Yeah, because it's so bad. No, this is $7.99 out of 800 points. I'm calling it the debacle.
Ooh, the 1 point bid.
Yeah, very strong. But running pelt got force guidance, anger, and aggressive tactics on him. I really, really want to stack those surge tokens. 4 units of stormtroopers with DLTs.
Okay.
1 unit of royal guards with electro staff and tenacity. And then 2 dewbacks with tenacity.
That's a lot of tenacity in that list.
That's a lot of tenacity. I like tenacity, especially if you're going for melee, which I am because they don't have any ranged upgrades. So I'm just going to murder ball them, I think. Just
Even the
bunch
dewbacks?
everything up and move them all as together and hopefully just steamroll things.
First of all,
ideally.
I'd like to applaud you for your rejection of the current shore trooper meta.
Yeah, I tried to get
Thank
the short troopers going, but they're just a little bit too expensive to make it work in this. I'm already down to like 8 activations and...
After I spent all that time painting up those beautiful shore troopers.
Dude, as I was packing up today, I was like, "Oh, these shore troopers are so beautiful."
That's why you don't play with them.
I'll probably, and instead I'm going with 2 unpainted dewbacks. So
Good.
yeah,
Good.
perfect. But no, I'm excited to try it out. Palp's been a lot of fun. I've been played him the last couple of games and want to see what I can do with him.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun list.
Yeah, we'll see how many people show up. I know one of the other guys, Daniel's Areco, is going to be down there, so at least I'll know one guy.
Shooting for 2 above last place this time, or
Maybe,
Yeah.
if I can sabotage somebody.
2 people don't show
We'll
up.
see. I'm just there for the lulls, man.
You know what? You might catch the meta off guard because
Who would run this?
I don't know who's going to
guards?
run double dubag.
Yeah. Doobie doobie doos.
Let them run all those tauntauns into your melee range and then eat them up.
And then me and the wife are going to sneak up to Disney for a couple of days vacation there since it's end of the semester.
That'll be your first time at the new Star Wars park,
Yeah,
right?
I'm excited. Finally get to see Galaxy's Edge. I've been wanting to get out there for a while, so...
So you went, but it wasn't open when you went, right?
The last time I went was the Star Wars Celebration. That was like
okay.
a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
So I'll be the only Legion Outrider who has not been to Star
Well,
Wars.
I haven't gone yet, but I'm going.
you didn't?
I'm going
Yeah,
in
he's
February.
going in February.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
you went already.
No. I mean, I've been to Disney, but not to the Star Wars place.
Okay, so you'll probably still go before I do.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I have kids. It's gonna happen.
So
You can't stop it.
Yeah.
we made it, like 10 minutes into the podcast already, and we haven't mentioned, oh yeah, guess what? There's a ton of new articles.
Oh, well, you kind of did. You
Little
did
bit.
a little bit. You said we said we delayed on purpose. So
Yeah.
So,
This is the second delay.
we got a lot of good stuff to talk about now. So we got some new products released. I mean, first, the big thing that everyone wants to see.
is that we're only
paint
4
sets.
hours away
Yeah, the paint sets.
from the new Mandalorian episode.
Oh, okay, yes, that too.
I thought we were going to talk for an hour about
Yeah.
paints.
Oh, okay.
That's what I came here for.
Yeah, the paint sets.
Yeah.
That
Are you guys getting? I'm not going to get them. I mean, they look nice, but
it's army painter.
yeah,
It's
I've already
all
got my paints all set up.
yes, same here.
Yeah.
I don't mind Army Painter. They're good paints.
Yeah, no,
and
no
if you
problem
want to
with that,
strictly stick with the Canon paints that they have, why not?
I think it's
Painting
good for
cannons.
people who really aren't that deep into painting yet, and they're like, "Hey, I need a set of paints."
Yeah.
because that's what Army Painter seems like. They put out the nice
Yeah.
packs of paints.
And Legion kind of lends itself. There's a lot of new people that
Yeah.
haven't done that, so that's kind of cool. Too bad they didn't have it, at the beginning, but
Yeah.
I understand.
I mean, they're not too far behind. The other one, the Republic and Empire one, that was like, 8 months later, 10 months later before they released that one? At least this one's only like 2 months
They get a
later.
lot of good value too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a lot of paint for not a lot of money. So,
Yeah.
like you said, if this is your first foray into painting, like this is a great setup.
Yep.
So, wasn't what everyone was expecting to get this week,
Yeah.
but I mean, really, when you look at it, like, it's a good product release.
Yeah. I mean, at least they just didn't disappoint with the other stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. They were like, oh, the next article is washes. Let's look at these 12 washes you could get. Not from
Sweet.
Firefly, but
Ah,
yeah, he's gone.
So before we dig too far into the big hyped up releases, 500 point games. It was all kind of we touched on it last episode. I know we've all been kind of busy with holiday stuff, but there's been a lot of 500 point games in the store. And
yeah.
it seems like it's stirred up a lot of new interest.
Yeah, at least the new players seem to be really grabbing onto it, and we had 4 people start up recently, and they've all been grinding out these 500 point games, and it's been great. I would have jumped in, except I knew I was going to try to go to the Prime Championship, so I've been doing 800s.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
kind of
it's-
the rough thing right now is because we've got you've got that going on. We've got LVO coming up in 2 months. Like I feel like if I'm playing 500 point games, I'm changing my mindset from the 800 point thing. Mm-hmm. And not that I'm expecting them to do all that well at LVO. I still want to have like the correct mindset and the right list building.
Well, it's
800
less
points.
stressful, too, when you sit down at the table and you know what your army's going to do versus, thinking about, 500 point stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, should we dig into the first of our big releases this week?
Yeah, yeah.
Which one is that?
The Vital Assets, because that was the first article that came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am excited, too. Want something for everybody.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, just from the model standpoint, the sculpts are great.
Yep. A lot of cool stuff.
Oh, did you guys want me to put you in on the Skullforge order for the Baby Yoda objective tokens?
I feel like that's going to be a popular thing now.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably, yeah.
No, I mean the sculpts for is it supposed to be Padme? I can't really tell.
No, I think it's
Is it just a-
it's the blue hostage person.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look at her little helmet, That looks like the same helmet.
Oh,
Let me see.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's
there's-
probably right.
Yeah, there's the hostage card.
I didn't see any close-ups of it, but
Yeah. Okay. I mean, could it not be like one of her handmaidens or something?
It could be whatever you want it to be.
Sure.
it could be. Well, anyway, so there is a female hostage, and then there is a Nemoidian.
Nemoidian?
Nemoidian?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Nemoidian?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they're like great sculpts.
Yeah, look great.
So the bombs that come with it, they are those like the ones from Rebels that Sabine hooks up explosives to?
I'd have to go back and watch it. I haven't watched Rebels in like 2 years, so I don't know.
I feel like I remember.
You're
Am I the most recent
Yes.
viewer
I
of
think
Rebels?
you are.
Yeah.
I'm so I would become the
You
proud
waited
papa.
like 5 years to watch it.
So
Actually, I
I
wanna-
think I distinctly remember an episode where she hooks up explosives to one of these little aquatic mine-looking things.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, they're cool sculpts.
I mean, I saw a supply crate in the last episode of Mandalorian.
Is that what they're supposed to be? A supply crate?
Well, oh yeah, he came in through the door and I was like, "That's an objective crate right there."
Yeah, those are in Rebels too.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So that's nice that they're, Easter egging that kind of stuff or keeping
Okay.
it consistent.
I thought it was
This-
like an underwater mine.
Yeah, this
Oh no,
sled
no,
is
these
from-
these are very clearly mines. I was just saying how they're pulling resources from other aspects of the universe.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Are they underwater mines or space mines?
Who knows?
Because I mean, it's the Imperial
Doesn't
Navy, right?
matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just drop them in space.
yeah,
It's a big old ocean.
yeah. It's probably space mines.
Yeah, space mines.
but they.
But
Space
they
mines.
look great.
Yeah, they're cool sculpts. It's nice to have extra scatter terrain and things like that.
Yep.
But obviously they fit in with the new cards. So
Yep.
we have debuted. We had a few cards that were sneak peeked, but we've got 9 total cards that are coming out.
I
It was
think
3
so.
of
Yeah, I
each?
think it was 3 of each.
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
a lot
sure.
of objective and battlefield and condition variety now. Whereas before it was 5. So you're gonna eliminate one and then move on.
Well, yeah, I mean this. I don't know how much of it's going to swing the overall bid requirement that people are going to have to put into their lists.
Right.
But if you have a list that's going to, focus on a few of the, the terrain conditions or the deployment maps or the missions, say you run like a Jin supply grab list, you're gonna. I mean, this is going to force you to really think about building in a bigger bid.
Yeah. If that's what you really want to go for, definitely.
So, but I think like you said, it's gonna really open up some unique builds in the pregame, and and really that's one of my favorite things about Star Wars Legion.
Yeah. Same here.
Is the pregame setup. You
Yeah.
know, just all of the foresight that goes into building your list, and
Getting
then,
drunk in the parking lot.
of course, that
Yeah.
too. You throw a few brats and a couple beers before you go out there and play some Legion. No, I mean there's a lot of nuance that goes into it already, but then you go from a 5 variable card deck to 8 all
Yeah.
of a sudden.
Yeah, it's huge.
So
Yeah, because
I'm-
I came from X-Wing, where it was you show up like the most variety you have aside from your list is how big of a asteroid are you going to take?
Yeah,
Are you going to take the gas cloud or the small asteroid? You're going to take a debris field? So I mean, even that setup is pretty much the same because you're deploying all those things in that tiny little square.
I heard that they're kind of transitioning, there might be an expansion or something to
Yeah.
add missions to X-Wing or something.
That would be nice. I don't play as much. I don't play any X-Wing now. I sold out of it and got into Legion. But I liked this because it reminds me of what Imperial Assault did, where you were, each map was different. I mean, the maps aren't different, but your objectives were different based
Sure.
on the map in Imperial Assault. And
Legion
so
Skirmish.
Yeah, Legion Skirmish, Legion 1.0.
so should we take a look at?
0.75. Yeah.
So let's take a look at a couple of cards
Yeah.
that we have actually debuted. So the first one was Hostage Exchange. What does that do, Jeff?
So each player gets to choose a core unit that they control. Then, starting with the blue player, they put their opponent's chosen unit in the middle of the battlefield, and then they get to perform a speed 1 move with that unit. And then you attach your hostage to that unit. So your opponent is doing a move with your unit before you get to do anything. And then all trooper units gain claim. So if somebody loses their hostage from suppression or death, you could try and pick up that hostage, claim that hostage. And then during round 1, I think that's the one where basically that unit can't be attacked, can't be engaged. You can't detonate mines. So it's kind of a cool thematic setup.
It's going to be one that I'm going to have to play a few times to really get a hang of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was reading it, I read it through, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
how does this really play out now?
And your unit is slower too. So your courage goes up, but your speed goes down because you're transporting a hostage.
Okay,
That's
so,
on the
and there's
hostage
actually
card.
the hostage card
Yeah,
that comes
yeah.
with it. And then would you add that model to the unit?
I believe so because it's the condition token, which is going to be that model.
Okay.
Unless
So-
you don't have, well, I mean, why would you not use the model if you have the tokens? And you have the pack, obviously, because you have the model and the card. So,
and then what units do you think are going to be, like, advantageous to play with this? Like,
Well, it's got to
Right
be
off the bat.
cores, so...
I think the Phase 2 clone troopers are going to be amazing.
Wow, so they get up to what?
3
courage
suppression.
3?
Or 3 courage, yeah. Just off the top of my head.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
Any unit that can dodge, I guess, maybe. So might see rebel troopers come back, or not come back. I mean, they're already there. They're
Yeah.
a staple. But, you know, they're not going to get attacked that first round, so you can just double move them, and then next turn, you know, you take a dodge and move, or you double move again.
see, I was thinking the first thing that came to my mind was snow troopers.
Yep.
Just because, I
Move
mean,
and
they're
shoot.
already moving range 1 anyway.
Yeah.
You throw an Imperial officer with them. I mean, that's going to bump them up to courage value 3.
Yep.
And then they've got relentless and everything. So that was my initial thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is going to play great with snow troopers.
How fast, or how far can they shoot with their regular gun?
Snow troopers?
Yeah.
Range 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have the standard E11.
Yeah.
Don't know how much you want to play in your list around an objective that may or may not be going in the game, though.
No, and that's true.
But no, they would be an obvious selection, I think.
Yeah.
wonder
And I
how
think
much
you want a
it's gonna-
unit that is not, you know, just a naked trooper squad. You want something that's a little filled out. So if they do get shot at, you're not losing all those models in one go. So that's something to think about, too. Because, I mean, I know I take a lot of naked troopers.
So I think one thing with... hey, you know what? Like, that's one thing that I'd like to say that we're not the strategy podcast
Yeah.
by any means.
I think
But
we've got that on a
everyone's-
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Not the strategy
We're not
podcast.
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think right after objectively better, that's
Yeah.
probably our
Yeah.
coining phrase. But we did, Jeff and I, because of our hatred of Z6s,
Yeah.
we did kind of call for the naked rebel troopers a while ago. We've been running that for a while just because
Yeah, I
we
ran
both
it-
hate Z6s.
I ran it at LVO last year. There's a good chance I'll run it at LVO this year. Well, they'll have an upgrade. I won't tell you what, though.
Uh-oh.
Is it going to be grappling hooks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All the grappling.
No,
Naked
but with-
trooper grappling.
Yeah.
I think with having all these, we were talking about the bids. Like, I think if you're going to build a list where you're not going to institute much of a bid and you want to try to do a take all comers thing, like having maybe one snow trooper in case of this particular mission
Sure.
might come into play.
I mean, they're still not a bad unit. It's just not something we've seen out on the table in a while.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be more inclined to like pay that 11 points for an extra trooper or something for my stormtroopers to fill them out.
Yeah.
Just in the odd chance that, hey, if we get this one, I'll have
Yeah. You have a full
full-size
squad.
squad,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Did we talk about the victory conditions for that one?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so at the end of the game, each player gains 1 victory token for each objective token that is claimed by a unit they control. Then each player gains 1 victory token for each objective token that is within their deployment zone and claimed by a unit they control. So it's like basically double points for bringing it back to your own deployment zone.
Yep. Protect it and bring it back.
Then you spike the football.
Yeah. Well, it's a VIP, so I mean, you don't want to spike the VIP.
It depends. If it's an Nemoidian,
Yeah,
I absolutely,
absolutely.
want to spike the VIP.
That's why you need a bid, so you can choose which one you want.
Is that legal?
So we got one of the
Conditions.
condition cards that was spoiled. We got fortified positions.
Barricada 2.0.
I was gonna say-
Ultra Barricada.
I kind of happy they're bringing Barricada back. Make Barricada great again.
Thanks,
So that was
Brandon.
just an LVO. That was like an LVO like thing that kind of got started, right? The Barricada, like
No,
Take
that was just
Two.
Josh just being a doofus in the studio, and he's like, "Oh, it sounds like this other thing," and then he cracked himself
Yeah.
up with it.
The rule that was kind of like jokingly made the Barricada rule was
Yeah.
being able to have 2 barricades to put onto the table.
Yeah, from
Okay.
I know LVO
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time I
Yeah.
saw it.
Back when there was a concern about
Yeah,
terrain.
terrain.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
and
how
we
much
had a
terrain was
few
out
of a few of the events before LJ kind of took the Legion community under his wing
Yeah.
and guided us to where we are now. There was an issue with having consistent terrain, so there was a rule that was put in place where you put 2 barricades per side or per player. You have the option of dropping them on the table. Well, fortified positions, this new condition card, basically takes that a step further. It says during setup, starting with the blue player, players alternate placing barricades on the battlefield with until 8 barricades have been placed. When a player places a barricade, it must be placed inside their deployment zone or within range 1 to 2 of their deployment zone. Each barricade must be placed horizontally.
Yep.
So we go from 4 barricades now to 8.
I think it's funny because I think FFG was watching all the games and they were like, we gave them all these barricades and nobody's using barricades. How can we get them to use our barricades?
Yeah. We're selling these extra barricade packs,
Yeah.
How many barricades do you have? 16 barricades.
I've got a bag just sitting in the corner right there I'll never use.
Yeah,
Do you know where yours are?
Oh, yeah.
You got to get them out.
I've got them all primed. I was going to prime them, and I was going to go through and just, like, throw some pigment, like weathering pigments and stuff.
That'd be
on
easy to
I've got 4 core sets worth of barricades just chilling.
Yeah, same here. I think I painted up the first box set that I had, and then I think I gave another one away to one of our listeners. Who requested some Legion Outrider graffiti
that's right.
barricades.
Yeah, that's right. That was
Nice.
when you were doing the painting stuff.
Yeah, but other than that, I've got the rest of them all just primed in a bag. So,
And this is like direct. I mean, it's kind of funny because we were talking about the 500-point games scaling down, and now they're basically taking one of the cards from that and scaling it up, which is cool.
as a Rebel player, I love this.
Yes, me too. I wish we'd been dropping barricades from the beginning, because there's so many times I'm like, man, I'd love to move my guys forward and take a dodge token and sit behind some cover, but there's not a lot of cover out there. So yeah, I think it's a good one.
Yeah, and you know, we, like with our builds, we put a lot of line of sight blocking terrain out there, but then we come up with situations where we're like, oh, we should have put more scatter terrain.
Yeah, because you really want to be taking those shots from cover, because I mean, terrain is great, but having all line of sight blocking terrain is not great. You don't want that mixture.
Yeah. Droids too. I think droids are going to benefit a lot from that.
Yeah.
Well, as an Imperial player,
You don't care.
I mean,
No, I mean,
I paid for my red dice.
No, you don't. You know.
No,
no
it's
extra,
still.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a hard army harder,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so to speak. So
Now, the one that was previewed, which I think is going to have a huge impact in the game, and you know, the reason why they come with all these 16 item cards, supply drop.
Yeah.
So that one,
may the odds be ever in your favor.
God.
it does have a Hunger
It's Hunger
Games.
Games.
Yeah.
Or what was the Japanese version of Hunger Games? Battle Royale.
Oh yeah.
Battle Royale.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah.
So with supply drop, during setup, you prepare the supply deck, which is the 16 cards that are randomly shuffled up.
That's like straight out of Imperial Assault, by the way.
Oh, is it?
The supply deck. Yeah.
Well,
you have
we've already
crates-
got these assets.
Yeah, you have supply crates and you have a supply deck. So when
it's
you're
a
going
good
through missions,
idea.
you can grab stuff out of the crates. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
That's all good. Starting with the blue player, players alternate placing condition tokens face down on the battlefield until 6 tokens have been placed. Each token must be placed beyond range 1 of each deployment zone and beyond range 1 of any other condition token. Non-creature trooper units gain 3 supply.
Which is a free action, which is
free
good.
action, yep. Choose a condition token in base contact with your unit leader and flip it face up if able. Otherwise, remove it, then draw 2 supply cards, equip 1, and shuffle 1 into the supply deck. So basically, you get to choose between the 2, so in case you draw the worst one, you're not stuck with that one necessarily.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's 2. You get 2 resupplies out of that crate too, right? Because it's they're face down. You flip it up. If you can't flip it up, you remove it.
Yeah. So I mean, we've only seen a few of them previewed, so we don't know what they all do yet.
I hope there's like a gray one that's like an old boot.
A worn sock.
Surprise! It's a mine.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, like a booby trap.
That would be interesting if there were some booby trap ones.
And it's like you draw it. You have to take
Oh
this card.
man, I got the mimic.
So one of them they showed was the back to capsules.
Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one gives you basically the effect of having a one treat medic, essentially.
Yep.
That's a free action too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's cool. Gives you a free health.
Grab a wound back.
Yeah, exactly. Field scanner, it's another one. This one you have to exhaust to use.
So, I just got an image of Palpatine like rooting through the tread. Where did I leave my medication? It's got to be here somewhere.
So the other one we got is a field scanner. Field scanner, you have to exhaust to use it. While defending against a range attack during the applied dodge and cover step, gain 1 dodge. So obviously awesome if you've got rebel troopers. You can get
any unit
lots
really.
of dodges. But yeah, I mean, damn, any Jedi unit.
Yeah.
Or anything that's got the deflect ability.
Oh yeah.
I'm so glad they finally retconned the guy standing in the tower at Yavin Base with the little range gun, just like
The radar gun. Yeah, this guy looks like he's like, in the middle of a battle doing it.
I wish I had brought an actual weapon.
He's on his way to the tower. He's like, that guy's moving fast.
Slow down there, buddy.
Gotta get to work.
So was there anything else that was previewed in that set?
No, that
we
was...
got a couple more items.
Oh yeah. Those are the how good is your eyesight? It's not bad. You got a grappling harpoon or.
All right, let me do the zoom enhance.
Yep.
Zoom enhance here. We got the grapnel harpoon.
Yep.
Now it's got the X thing.
So I think it's a one-time use.
Okay.
That's what I think.
That makes sense. It's a good guess. Until the end of your activation, you gain Scale, which is you ignore the effects of difficult terrain, you do not suffer wounds while clamoring. After you perform a move action, you may perform a free clamor action.
Yep.
So that's cool.
You got Luke dangling off the bottom of a AT-AT.
Yeah, it's like a one-time use grappling hook, basically.
That's what I think it is. We don't know for sure, but common sense.
I'd rather find a lightsaber.
Yeah, okay. That would be pretty cool.
You just
New supply card. Oh crap! It's a lightsaber.
Maz Katana,
I would give it.
Cantina or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I would give it to my C-3PO. You want some clumsy kicks? Clumsy kicks with
Clumsy
a lightsaber.
lightsaber kick.
The other one's some kind of targeting range while performing something attack. Yeah.
So I think that one's instead of the dodge, it looks like it's going to give you an aim because it's a targeting something.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah.
Just a guess. And the blurriest text in the world.
But it's gonna add a lot of new dynamics to the game.
Yeah, because you have units who might not necessarily take that action. So in middle of the battle, somebody shoots at you. You're like, I'm going to use a dodge. Get a dodge now. Got my field scanner.
Let me pose you a question. Now, because we're going to be able to start building a little bit more our strategies based around the decks we'll be building for the pregame, are bids going to start going down again?
I think so, but not as drastically as they were in the past. Because I know, what was the one where if you were blue player, you
was
were
the key
pretty much...
positions.
Key positions
Yeah.
before the rework of key
Yeah,
positions.
like 80% chance you were going to win. I don't think we'll see bids like that. But I think, if you have a list that is very specific to 3 or 4 years cards, you're going to try to go for that bid if it's not affecting you too much.
Well, I think that's like basically what we were saying before. I think it's either going to encourage you to A, build an all-comers list, or
Right.
B, have a bid that's good enough that you're going to get the cards that you need.
Yeah.
Because at this moment, I still like being red player. Just
Really?
I don't really
because,
care.
having the last activation, if you're similar, because let's be real here, almost every list that we're seeing in competitive play is between like 10 to 12 activations.
You mean 8?
Oh yes, that 8 activation thing that was supposed to happen, right?
That's that's my list.
But there is the advantage of being...
Is it 8 activations?
It's 8 activations, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, honey.
You've got pull the strings. That's like 9.
Yeah, it's like
It's kind of like
8.5.
8.5,
Yeah.
8.75.
Stop trying to make 8 activations happen, Matt.
Come on,
it's never
guys.
going to happen.
He likes his expensive units.
I do. I like elite forces.
If you're playing clones, you're pretty much stuck at 8 activations.
Yeah,
so get used to that.
and I'm going to.
Yeah, for right now.
Yeah, for right
But that's
now.
why a lot of people aren't playing clones at a competitive level. They got
Really?
they got the Invader League Season 4 is down to the Final 4 right now. And surprise, surprise, there are no 8 activation lists in there.
Huh.
It's 110, 111, and 212, I think.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Paying attention to things.
So, it just goes to show that the whole, like, don't worry, the activation count will go down. Hasn't really done that yet.
I hope that Matt comes back from San Diego with a win.
Hey, guys.
Like
of
a
course.
straight up
Guess
win.
who's going to Worlds?
I would
Not many activations.
I would love for you to win, Matt. I would love for you
please.
to totally change the meta and just shift it on its
Oh
head.
yeah, for a middling-sized tournament in San Diego.
Well, it's only middling size if you don't win.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If
then it
you
was
win,
massive. Big
then
win. Yeah.
then it's arguably the biggest one of the year.
Probably.
You got Worlds, and then you've got the San Diego RPQ. But it's your hometown, Matt. You got to win your hometown RPQ.
Represent.
Bring one back.
Lizards.
Go RBV.
So that pretty much wraps it up for the that expansion,
Yep.
which I thought was a huge release.
I was not prepared for it.
Yeah.
I
think
thought
everybody
I kind of knew the shape of things that we were going to see operatives and
Yeah.
maybe some commanders and some other stuff coming out down the pipe, especially for the new factions. But new objectives, yay.
I don't think anybody was really thinking about that. I don't think it was in anybody's radar.
Well, and the other thing too is it's Q1 2020. I mean, now granted that's tentative to change, but if we're looking at Q1 for 2020, that means, competitive wise, probably March,
Yeah.
which means it should be available for Worlds.
Ooh.
Which that's going to add a lot of new dynamics to the gameplay. I mean,
Yep.
if that's going to be available, it means that people are probably only going to have
When is Worlds?
April. I
April?
think
Oh, okay.
I know when I'm at
April or
home watching
May, I
the
forget.
when I'm watching the stream, I'll be intrigued.
You know what? Let's check that out because it was the other article
Yeah,
that
that's true,
dropped
man.
this week. I mean, we've all been so focused on the what new shiny things do we get to play with. We didn't read thoroughly the Worlds article, so let's while Matt is looking that up, we're gonna go ahead and filibuster.
I'll be honest, I wasn't even paying attention because I know when it comes up, I'll watch it on the stream, but I have no aspirations to get to Worlds.
Aw,
I'm not that
You can do it.
We'll see.
I have faith in you, Jeff.
Yeah.
You got it, LVO. Come on, LVO was your
March 25th through the 29th.
There we go.
So
So
close.
So end of
depending
March, yeah.
on when it comes out in March.
11 days prior, right? That's
11 days.
yeah.
So if it comes out by the second week of March, we may have that available.
Ooh.
Just speculating, I would think they're going to do it after that.
Probably. Or they're going to put it so far in advance that you give the world's people time to practice with it.
Or Luke and Alex are just lol deal with it. Here you
Oh,
go.
I would love that, actually. Just, make things chaotic.
11 days before Worlds, they release it, like it drops.
Oh my goodness.
Because let's be real here. The guys like Kingsley and Kyle Dornbos and all these guys who, are, studying this stuff day and night and, probably have every possible variable down pat. Throwing something
Probably actually part of the
completely
playtest crew for these
Well, I was going to
guys
say,
anyway,
yeah,
so,
I'm sure people already have.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, not yet, but once more articles come
Yeah.
out, they'll probably have a lot of knowledge.
Probably, and they're
Yeah.
and they're also smart enough they'll be able to adapt way faster to it than
Yeah.
somebody like me. But still, I think it'd be kind of funny just to
yeah.
completely throw a variable because the meta won't be able to catch up with it yet.
And
so.
this year for Worlds, we've got random events and
Look, I'm
objectives.
all for chaos. Okay,
Yeah.
let's make this as chaotic as possible. All right, so before we take our break, we're actually gonna take our break and then we're
Yep.
gonna go talk about the other big releases
boy.
from today.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Way exciting.
So we'll stick around and be right back.
You're listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network, recorded on location at Power 9 Games. Whether you're looking for the latest releases from Legion, X-Wing, 40K, Magic, or any of our other extensive inventory of board and card games, head to power9games.com and use coupon code OUTRIDER10 to get 10% off your order. Plus, shipping is free on orders over $100. Now, back to the Outriders.
Welcome back, Outriders. John, Jeff, and Matt coming at you on this wonderful Legion release day.
the cornucopia of Legion.
It's almost like it's Christmas.
Yay.
It pretty much is Legion Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, for us anyways.
Yeah.
So today we were lucky enough to get the articles for Cassian Andor and K2SO.
Yep.
And Iden Versio and ID...
10. ID10.
ID10.
I'm going to pitch a new product idea before we get too far into
What's
this. For Fantasy Flight, they're going to have the new early bird special for all the new Legion events or models that are coming out. So you don't actually get to open them on Christmas Day, but you can have Operative Luke, Operative Vader, Iden Versio, all these guys. But you can have a nice little posable stand for them.
Didn't they do that with the Star Wars toys a long time ago?
That was exactly
Oh,
the
that's the
reference
joke
I was going for. Yes.
Oh, look at me stepping all over the joke.
Hey, it's all good.
Damn millennials. Yeah, I gotta say, I saw that one TV show on Netflix. Where they talk about the toys that made us or whatever.
Yes.
They talked about that.
Yeah.
That's how I knew that. Look at me
Yeah.
picking up the references and
Good
still
for you.
ruining your joke.
Still, that's fine.
Yeah, his joke still worked a little bit.
All right,
Thanks,
so
Jeff.
You're welcome.
Let's just sail on to the things that matter.
so the sculpts look gorgeous.
I was really excited for
right
this.
off the bat. Like they're getting better and better.
Yeah.
The Cassian
Hooray.
Andor one's really cool. K2SO's got that like behind the control panel, like making his last stand pose.
And he looks, because I saw a different. In the model that you can look at, he's got a different pose too. So he's got two different poses. One with the gun and just one with the arms.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things from the article was saying like the different amount of weapons and things that they can get.
Yeah. So not just the weapons that they come with, but like the actual model too.
Yeah, you'll have posing options and whatnot.
And then Iden So I'm admittedly not a big video game player, so I kind of learned who Iden Versio was.
5
recently.
Inferno
ago.
Squad.
Yeah. Well, I did see a bunch of stuff about Inferno Squad, which
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was either. But yeah, so Iden Versio is the main character from Battlefield 2, Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront
Yep.
2. Okay.
Yep. She was
The
first-
story of the story
campaign.
yeah.
And her plucky robot ID10T.
ID10. I just did what you did.
We're making
Idio.
it so it's gonna have a T on it.
Idio. It's not
Idio?
idiot.
Yeah, you're
the
Idio.
idiot.
Iden Versio, an idiot.
That's only if Matt's right next to him.
Hey guys.
But yeah, in the picture that they show the preview, they showed her with the helmet off and on. So
Yeah.
they do have a de-helmeted option,
Which is cool.
which I like better. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I feel about an infantry model having the TIE fighter helmet.
Oh, I'm excited for that because that's the first one of the TIE Fighter style helmets we're going to see.
Is that like a normal thing for a character that's outside of a TIE fighter to be wearing a TIE fighter
I mean,
helmet?
she's special forces, so
It's
she
not
flies
really
her
a TIE fighter
down.
helmet, is it?
I mean, well,
It's like a combination
it's a
helmet.
pilot helmet,
Yeah.
kind of. So like the ones in the not ATSTs, but the AT-ATs, they had a similar style helmet.
I haven't played this game or Battlefront 2 because it was trash with the
Don't play the multiplayer
with the boxes and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
huge
Just
deal. But
if you can get it for $20 and play,
you can
through
get it
the
for
single-
$10. I looked
okay,
today.
just play the single player
that's
campaign.
what I.
It's
Yeah, that's what I was
actually
gonna
not
do.
bad.
So I bet she's got just getting off topic here. Like the little tactical displays and stuff. That's really cool in there. That's what I imagine it would be, not just a helmet.
And just based on my cursory knowledge of the game, she flips to the rebel side eventually, right?
Spoilers!
Oh my God.
From several years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad they went with the Imperial version.
What? Why would you do that, Jeff?
Is she?
I don't know.
Okay. I was like,
So both of these expansions are commander expansions. However,
Or
comma,
are they?
They both have the keyword Covert Ops,
okay.
which says when you deploy, you may.
I could not read that.
That says Convent Ops. You're going to a nun school.
Oh, get thee to a nunnery.
That's my zoom enhanced skills.
Condiment something.
So it basically says that you can change. You choose to change your unit type from a commander to an operative, and if you do, you gain the keyword infiltrate, which is pretty awesome. Now I talked to some people who are more knowledgeable than me, which I'll see anybody.
Everybody.
Some guy outside.
Right. And if you have another commander in your list, that's fine. But you have to always have a commander.
You have to always have a commander.
So if you do choose to change your unit type to operative, you still have to use a commander token if you don't have another commander already.
So I think you would follow the rule the same way your commander got shot off the field. This is what I would think.
Yeah.
Is
and promote one of your...
Yeah. At the end of the first round, you wouldn't have a commander for that first round. So at the end of the round, you would have to promote somebody.
Where's our command and control?
Well,
I've got my own mission.
I could be wrong. Who knows? What the Covert Ops keyword will say in the rules reference guide. They might have some changes to
I'm
make.
assuming that hasn't been updated yet.
No, because this is this is just a preview.
Yeah.
The only time they'll update it is like right before release, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before release, I think.
Yeah, but it's awesome that they threw that keyword in there because it gives you some list building flexibility.
So that means you could have 3 operatives, right?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, technically, yeah. All right, so let's go right off the bat here. We'll start with Iden Versio. So she's 100 points. Or at least that's what it looks like based on her zoom enhance.
Smudgy.
I got a good feeling that's 100 points.
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like 100.
We've got
That's 700. Oh,
red defense dice, as always. She's Imperial.
Yep.
6 health and courage of 3. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
She surges for offense, nothing for defense.
what I thought was interesting, these are the first commanders that surge for hits only. They don't surge for crits.
Oh yeah, they don't surge for crits. Interesting.
Both of them.
So her weapon, she's got 11 blaster, so 3 white dice and Pierce 1. It's got Pierce.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
Pierce is kind of a novelty for an Imperial player.
I think you're wanting to take some of her weapon options, though.
Well, it's good for commanders too,
Yeah.
because I mean, if you're doing, you want to do something.
Movement 2, she has a 2 red dice melee attack. She has quick thinking, which we saw with Jin. It's gain 1 aim token, 1 dodge token.
Yep, really good.
Yep. Loadout, which when you deploy, you may, I think it's swap any of your equipped upgrades with your non-upgrade, your other upgrade, I think.
Something, yeah.
Not
Really?
sure.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
With
Interesting.
Yeah, so it allows you to basically swap those. Marksman. So when attacking, you can spend aim tokens to improve attack die results.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. It's basically like Ram Light.
Yeah, so you get your surges, you get a hit, and then you can spend an aim to turn it to a crit, or you could use it to reroll. I mean, it's kind of cool because it gives you
I did not
options
understand
with
what they
your
were
aim.
talking about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty
So
cool.
turn a blank to a hit, turn a hit to a crit. That's what I would just assume improve does. You're just improving by 1.
Yeah.
Which
I think is good.
If you're rolling white dice, that's a pretty good thing.
Both of them have white dice. She's rolling 3. He's rolling 2.
Yeah. So that's a pretty cool keyword.
Yep.
Did Iden and General Veers just become best friends?
Right.
Yup.
And then she also has Nimble, which I think that's the first time
Yes.
a Imperial character has Nimble.
That's kind
Yeah.
of cool.
So look at these
jerks.
Imperials getting some of these
I'm
rebel
excited to
rules.
try her out. Yeah, we get all your best rules and none of
Yeah,
your
what do we
weak
get?
sides.
Nothing. Tactical
Keep
one.
that red die.
Now for her upgrade cards, it looks like she's got I think it's Iden's DLT 20A rifle.
Yep.
And that is a range 1 to infinite.
Bringing it
2
back.
black dice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that, this coupled with the fact that the regular snipers got, reduced down to range 5, that's
Yep.
huge.
Yeah, well,
It's
it's
your
also,
commander. I mean, I think
an-
it's fitting.
Yeah, it's an infinite range sniper that's a commander operative, and you're paying over 100 points for.
Well, and you're paying for that card
It's
too.
a
That
fi-
card
it's
is
a
15.
card, 15 point
yeah,
upgrade.
so that's if you want to throw 2 dice each round, I think I'm okay with you doing that.
Yeah, it's 2 black and again Pierce 1 with high velocity.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 black. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, because
That's the same as the
Cassidy's
other
got
snipers.
Well, the Empire snipers. Yeah.
Yeah, but of course she does surge to hit, so that makes it
okay.
statistically better.
Yep.
And the one command card that we have, kind of previewed here is her 1 pip card.
You can see it on the back.
And, a little bit closer on the back here. Basically, it allows you to give Iden Versio Sharpshooter 2 and 1 aim token at the end of her activation. She gains 1 dodge and 1 standby token. So that's awesome.
Which is pretty cool. Lots of
Yeah,
tokens.
It potentially allows her to, shoot twice in a turn, 3 times if you got to pull the strings.
Yep. I mean, as long as she doesn't take that suppression from. I mean, if somebody had a standby, I would try to shoot it off of them, especially
Sure.
a unit like
but
that.
if she's far enough back where she's got that sniper rifle,
Yeah.
I mean, having sharpshooter 2 is great because neither of these characters have sharpshooter.
No.
Which people are talking about like running them as a high price sniper. Well,
I think he. Yeah.
You can move and shoot with them, though.
well,
With her, you can.
Yeah.
With him, you
he is
can't.
cumbersome.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, giving her sharpshooter 2 for that turn, giving her a free aim token, a free dodge token, and a free standby token, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So then that's the only card we have spoiled for her, and of course she only gives the order to herself because it's a 1 pip card.
Selfish.
Yeah, but the other ones we haven't seen. But we got some interesting tokens with these packs.
Yep.
We got a shield token for her, which would lead me to believe that perhaps the
droid, yeah.
the droid will give her a shield token. And then there are different operative tokens.
So I was talking about that on the chat, and I think that's going to be when you choose to do your covert ops. You're gonna plop that down on your card to represent that's now an operative. I think that's what that's for.
Gotcha. To denote what they're actually.
Yeah, because if you look at her, she has 2 tokens, so you're going to have a commander token and an operative token for her when she changes, for your pool or whatever. because her robot has to go with her. And then you have that one token off to the side. And then if you look at Cassian and K2, he's got 3 tokens. So I think K2 is going to be able to run by himself if he wants to. Well, I think he's going to run by himself. And then he's got the 2 command tokens for him. So the 1 commander and the 1 operative. And then you have that other little special token.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that's for.
So going back to Iden Versio real quick, I think she offers an interesting new way to play Imperial, because the 4 Imperial commanders we have right now, it's like you've got Vader and Palp, who are like these
bombs,
super powerful, super expensive.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of operate on their own kind of thing. And then you've got Veers and Krennic, who are cheaper but more support characters who don't really do a whole lot offensively.
kind of want them in the back, giving orders, move them in late game.
And then she's kind of like this unique thing where she operates more like a rebel. Like she's a lot like
She
Jyn.
wants to be running around. She's got nimble.
Yeah. And at 100 points, she does a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of versatility that she offers. A lot of cool rules. Having Courage 3 is a huge thing too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I could definitely see her getting a lot of play in lists coming up. And of course, we're still missing what her ID 10 droid does.
Yep. So we don't know what he does. He's going to add a health at least.
They did tease a little fluff about how he can there's a potential for him to take out like a unit of guys or something.
Huh.
Because that was what he did in the game. He'd like go stun a bunch of people and whatnot.
Oh, so maybe give him a stun token or
Yeah,
whatever?
I don't know.
But like on his card, maybe it's just the way that they have the picture shown, but it doesn't look like he has a point value.
No, it'll be on the other side. So he's going to be a counterpart the same way C-3PO is.
Okay.
So he's a counterpart to her. He'll add to her point cost, and then on the counterparts, they're everything's flipped. So the health is on the left, the points are on the right, and then everything else is in the right position.
Okay.
So that's why I think K2 is going to be a unit on his own.
Okay, so he won't be a counterpart then.
Not that we know. We still don't know what's on his card.
Okay,
He
because
might be.
like the format of the card looks different.
It does, yeah. So that's the same format that C-3PO has as the counterpart for R2.
Also worth noting is that she does have another weapon upgrade with her, and it says Iden something or another, and it looks like it's gonna look like it's gonna offer critical.
Probably
And
like a
impact.
holdout blaster or
Yeah.
shotgun or something.
Like critical and impact. I mean,
knows?
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Grenade launcher.
You excited for that flying base?
No, but I mean it's a droid, so it's okay. I mean, my flying bases I hate when it comes into like the long figures, like a speeder bike or something like
Might
that.
grab an extra like rebel dude and just have him like zapping the crap out of it, flying off the back of him.
You said you hate that, but the
And yeah.
Bark Speeder's little thing is so small. The peg.
Is it?
Yeah.
Again, I haven't put them together, so I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. His is twice as long as theirs. Just figure out how to make magnets work and then it fly it across the battlefield.
How do magnets work?
Yeah. They make things hover.
Oh.
Like Marty McFly's skateboard.
Somebody's not an ICP fan. All right, so
Nobody
then,
is.
Just you, John.
Do not put me in that. No offense to the juggalos in our audience, but
Yeah.
don't put me
We
in that
don't mean to
category.
diminish your juggle values.
Did we talk about how good she looks, like her sculpt and stuff? Like it looks.
I think
really
everybody
Everybody
gets
touched on it,
a
yeah.
thumbs
Yeah.
up, yeah.
I really like the helmet, the unhelmeted head.
I want to buy her, and I'm not an Imperial player at all, just because it's an amazing.
Might do a
looking
head swap
unit.
with Darth Becky or something.
Right.
Just so you have a better
The
looking.
real linchpin of
Right.
the Imperial forces.
All right, so let's go to the good guys.
Yeah.
So Cassian Andor is first of all either 50 or 90 points.
90 points, we think.
We had it confirmed at 90. Okay. This one
well, I
really
mean-
it really kind of looks like 50.
It does look like 50, but 50 points for him would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just because the only other commander at that is the rebel officer, and he does one thing, which is like what, give out a dodge token.
Yeah.
Pretty
There you
much,
go.
yeah. And look like
Look
Shel-
out!
And look like Shel
Look
Silverstein.
out!
Yeah.
But Cassian Andor, 6 health, 2 courage, white dice save, but he surges for defense, so
Yep.
5 up. Surges for offense. His weapon is Cassian's Covert Blaster. It's range 1 to 2, because of course rebels need more range 2 things. 1 red and 2 white, pierce 1.
Yep.
And also does 2 red dice in melee,
They both have advanced combat training. They
Yep.
went to the same school.
apparently.
Well, so I take a little bit of an issue with his Covert Blaster. Like, the one time we get to see him use it, it draws all the attention of the local stormtroopers, so...
True. It was covert up to that point.
Oh, they didn't know it was there. You're right. Yeah.
It says Convent Blaster, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's a nun blaster.
Jeez.
Shoots nuns.
So he's got a lot of the same keyword, same rules as Iden Versio. He's got Covert Ops.
Yep.
He's got Marksmen. We
Load
talked about
out.
those. Load out.
Yep.
Danger Sense 3, so that's awesome. He's got that same rule as Jin and the Pathfinders.
Which is a lot better now, too.
Yeah, and totally makes sense based on, Rogue One and
Yep.
whatnot. He's got Tactical 1, so after performing a standard move, you gain 1 aim token, so that's
really
cool.
good. Yep.
Really cool. And he's got the upgrades, weapon upgrade. He's got a gear upgrade. He's got two of the...
Those aren't training. Those are gear, aren't they?
No, those are training, I think.
Is it training? Okay.
It looks like it.
Gear is the backpack, which is that one, I think.
Yeah, he's got that. So two of the training upgrades, so that's cool.
Yep.
But yeah, the command card that he has, I think was probably one of the cool things about him. Crack Shot. So he has Gunslinger and 1 aim token, and at the end of your activation, you may gain 1 suppression token, and he gains 1 standby token.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
A lot like Jin's card where, gain a suppression, you got Danger Sense. Danger Sense is the one you don't have to remove it either, right? And you get to roll extra dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
pretty cool.
it's actually good to get suppression with him.
I wish he had more courage, but paired with Jin, he might be okay.
I was going to say, I think he does a lot to
Are
pair
you
with
seeing
Jin.
some synergy there?
Yeah. Just because he's only 2, and like with Jin, you want to have 2, maybe 3 suppression on you at all times if you can. Just roll
think
extra,
about
so.
Jin's got that 2 pip card that gives her the ability to pass tokens or to share tokens. So have him and her Cassian up there together.
Yep, she can do her quick thinking. He can move and do a tactical. She gets to aim from that. Lots of synergy there. Josh will love it.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, he's got a sniper rifle upgrade as well. It's only 10 points, so that's cool. It does have cumbersome, so that's a little unfortunate. It doesn't really synergize well with the tactical word, but if you can get yourself in a position to fire, I mean, that's a great word. He's got 1 red, 1 black with that, so that's good.
Yeah, really good.
And then, of course, high velocity. And Pierce 1 and reconfigure.
Yeah, so there's something on the other side of that, which maybe makes it a little bit better. Because, he did have it in sniper config, and then later he had it in his regular... And it's the A200, which is the same one that the Pathfinders have.
Oh, yeah. And then also with that comes a weapon upgrade, which we're guessing might be for K2SO.
Or Jin, because it does say... This was, again, one of those zoom enhance things.
Yeah.
It does say Jin right there on the bottom where, this one says Cassian and/or only. So people are speculating it's going to be Jin and K2SO. That blaster that she gave
She
him at
hands
the
off.
end.
Yeah, Jin's blaster or something like that.
Which would be really cool if it's actually, a weapon that is better than what Jin has already. And
I think it will be, because the other one is just a standard blaster.
maybe that'll be a retroactive... upgrade to Jin.
I imagine they'll have different arms for him too, with the blaster and without.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because this one's different than the one she has now. It's Pierce 1 and suppressive. It looks like.
So
range 1. I'm just kidding.
And we also have a little preview for K2SO. It's these 70 points, and he has a comms upgrade and a weapon upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't know anything else about him other than he's an.
What's your odds of
70
taking
points.
them, Jeff?
I don't know. I really like
Wrong.
K2SO. I've liked K2SO since I saw the movie.
You're still messing it up.
What?
It's high.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lob any other setups for you.
You have to
Just ruin them.
You have to give me a heads up.
I did. I talked to you.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
So, what do you think? You're gonna take these guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them. My odds
Okay.
of slapping you are high.
It's very high.
Very high. No, I don't know. I like them. We'll see. I want to see what K2SO has to offer. I want to see the other command cards. I mean, his gunslinger one's pretty cool, but I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah, well, we need more info.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
the models look great.
It's very promising.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be buying them.
Yeah.
That's a given for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy him no matter what. I really like Cassian Andor's model. I think that's one of the best sculpts that we've seen yet.
Yeah. I think he'll pair well with Jin, like you were just saying.
Yeah.
Because she really does get stuck up front with not a lot of backup sometimes. So having somebody else that has danger sense, tactical, the cards. It'll be exciting to see these thematic units on the board together.
And you and I both kind of are in the same school. Like, we like Jin.
Yeah.
I've always really liked Jin.
Yep.
I enjoyed playing her. I don't fit her into a lot of competitive lists.
Yeah, I think she can just be knocked off the board really quick, and there's not a good secondary person to go with her.
Yeah.
And so maybe Cassian will offer that.
Last time we played, you took Jin and Sabine, and that was a handful.
Yeah, but you trashed. You trashed me. No, that's not true. That was the
you won that one.
Yeah, that was
handily,
yeah.
I was not prepared for Sabine's mobility to get in the way.
Sabine's shenanigans. No, I do like that's my go-to little combo right now is Jin and Sabine. And I had Leia in there, but I took her out. But I do like Jin a lot. So adding Cassian, adding K2SO, sure, why not? I'm not playing worlds winning lists right now. I'm just playing to have fun.
And honestly,
there's only one person that is playing. Never mind.
Worlds.
Yeah, technically.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Worlds qualifying lists.
Okay.
But honestly, like when we get these releases like this, I don't want something that's going to jump off the board and be like, you have to take this. Like, this is going to be an auto take.
For sure.
Because then that leads to
meta spikes. And,
And
every list you see is going to be this,
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah,
And that's what X-Wing 1.0 did.
Did you not see Cassian? He's got an upgrade to you can get a Tauntaun. K2SO actually gives.
He rides on the back.
Yeah,
Perfect.
gives him a piggyback. Yeah.
But yeah, I like what you're saying. The point you're making, John. Just that it gives a variety, and you never know what you're going to face. Certain lists are going to be better against other lists. Who knows? What Cassian will be good against, and could be fun to play. Like Jin. Jin's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, and I think that with having all of these new, objectives and the new, scenario cards that are coming out, there may be more room for stuff like recover the supplies or more like snatch and grab kind of missions.
Yeah, where you're going to want to infiltrate.
Exactly. So guys like like Cassian or Jin or
Pathfinders
Captain Rex,
again.
Pathfinders,
Yeah.
like some of these might come into more more play, and you're not going to just have Tauntauns crashing into lines of shore troopers.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what the meta is right now.
Yeah, because with him with the infiltrate, like I was saying, if Jen drops up there, she's not stuck so far away without support. And we don't know what K2's going to do, so maybe he gets to deploy next to Cassian.
Yeah, I would imagine that he's probably have to have some kind of ability to move up with Covert Ops. Matt, do you foresee yourself using either or both of these commanders?
Well, definitely. I'll definitely work her in a list. I think we'll see more when it comes out, but I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah, just add that to the list of other things we're looking forward to in 2020.
Matt's 7 activation Iden list.
Now it's going to be a thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up for today's episode. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered all the
I'll post
releases.
up some pictures from Disney.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You can get my lightsaber.
You have to let us know how you do in your tournament, too.
I'm going to put up pictures of my lightsaber.
I hope that's not a euphemism.
Yeah. You get a special DM there.
Oh, great.
Yeah, keep it private.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Finally throw away my iPhone 6. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. We will check you out in 2 weeks.
You've been listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?
For more from the Outriders, make sure you like us on Twitter @Legion Outriders, subscribe to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Legion Outriders, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Thanks for listening.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.